Thanks for sticking with us here on Weather Nation. You know, severe weather along the Gulf Coast states today.
Yes.
You know, as we move in to the warmer months, not just severe weather, but maybe larger clusters of thunderstorms.
We call those hurricanes. Tropical storms, tropical systems, the works. And again, we may see stuff ramping up this year. So guess what? In preparation for all that, we're ramping up our efforts to get the word out about hurricane safety.
Oh, yeah.
So John Van Pelt yesterday was in New Orleans. And again, he is embedded with the HAT Tour, the Hurricane Awareness Tour. So this was from yesterday's. Guess what? He's moved on. But he's still with the tour, and now he is in Mobile, Alabama. John, thanks for joining us. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing there, what the HAT Tour is all about today.
Yeah, Micah, you just mentioned New Orleans. A quick disappointment. No shrimp and grits yesterday at all, but we did have some great dogs, great food in New Orleans. Yeah, I have moved on to not the front of the C-130, but the back of the G4. This is the jet, the Gulfstream 4 that goes into the hurricanes. They can punch sometimes if everything's right up through Category 2, Mike. Hey, Tracy, by the way. And this radar on the back lets them see all the images of the storm from outside. This plane normally circles outside the hurricane. Right. The NOAA mission to get as much data as possible and to do research. And then that C-130 that we saw earlier and we see some pictures of every once in a while during this tour is one of the ones that always punches into the hurricanes to get real-time information to the Hurricane Center from the middle of the storm.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool stuff, John. You know, yesterday you were talking to a few of the meteorologists that do ride on the Hurricane Hunter. So we've kind of all been talking about the hurricane strong. So kind of tell our audience exactly what the goal is this year.
Yeah, the big goal is to get over the amnesia, Tracy, that has been caused by the lack of a major hurricane in 11 years. We haven't had a Cat 3 or higher in 11 years to make impact on the U.S. coast. So Flash is the organization that put together Hurricane Strong, working with FEMA and the National Hurricane Center, a lot of other partners. They want Americans to get ready for hurricanes before they happen. And there's a different subject every day. Today's subject is strengthen your home. So the Hurricane Strong subject is put shutters on your windows or have plywood or some other way to keep your windows from breaching. A lot of people think that's just to save your windows and to keep debris from getting blown into the house, and that is true. But once doors and windows breach, you got basically your roof becomes a wing. The low pressure above the roof, the higher pressure under it, your roof comes off. So that's why they want you to protect your windows. Yeah. They want to make sure you do things like bring in all your patio furniture, and make sure your neighbors know this too, because debris from your house will destroy your neighbor's house and vice versa. Absolutely.
And so, you know, Hurricane Strong, that's the theme. And I know we even have a pose to go with that. Show us that pose. We'll try it out.
Leslie from Flash is going to love this. Okay, you put your left arm down to show strength, and then you put your right arm up, and we're making the shape of a hurricane and showing that we're strong. So, Tracy, I see. There goes Mike. Okay, so we're all hurricane strong now.
that is my strong pose anyway, so that's what I usually do, you know, in the mirror, after a shower.
This is him every morning when he walks in. He's like, welcome back.
Hey, everybody, we are hurricane strong. So strengthened in your house today is the main theme out there. So I know, you know, you just talked about what you're going to have to do when these hurricanes are pushing in. And yeah, definitely get that stuff out of your yard. You got lawn furniture out there, become projectiles. It can just add to the devastation out there. So.
Yeah, and even the flooding can be one of the worst factors from hurricanes. So, you know, always have a plan, an evacuation plan, to make sure if your area is evacuated, you get out with enough time.
So looking at that plane behind you, John, that is, it's not a Tuma. It is a radar dome. So big radar in that plane.
Yeah, it is a giant radar. We're used to seeing the radars in the front of the plane, but this plane is so small that it doesn't matter whether it's in the front or the back. This radar can see everything about the storm as they are approaching it. And if they need to, this jet can punch into the storm. They're worried about it because it's a jet. It can't take water, jet engines like the prop planes can. Right. But these guys are on a life-threatening mission to save lives.
Absolutely, and we do appreciate their work out there. We appreciate your work just the same. And where are you going to be tomorrow, John?
Naples is the tour stop tomorrow, and we are not sure if we're going to make it to Naples or not. It's a 9.5-hour drive. If we can fly with these guys, we'll go for sure.
Okay. Good luck with that. Okay, very nice. So, John Van Pelt, we're talking hurricane season, and yes, as we go into June, things may ramp up. Keep it here. Weather Nation continues.